Hello everyone and welcome to another video of the Mathematecher channel. In many topics of exact science, when, for example, it comes to describe the behavior of a physical phenomenon, it often happens that we know the expression of the derivative of a function that we can note as f and the value of this function at a certain point without knowing the exact expression of this function f. In this video, we will be exploring a method which is known as Euler's method, which makes a linear approximation of a function in such cases and allows us to trace the graphical representation of it, which is close from its actual graphical representation that we would have been able to make with its analytic expression. So the principle on which this method relies is that if f prime is a derivative of a function f, then for a given point x of the abscissa line, the image of the abscissa x plus h by the function f is close enough from fx plus h times f prime of x if the value of h is close enough from 0. To clarify this a little bit, before moving to a geometrical representation, we will say that fx plus h is the exact image of the abscissa x plus h by the function f that we want to approach using this method. As for h, it represents the positive difference between two successive abscissas, which can be considered as the step by which we move from the first abscissa to the one next to it, and from this last one to the one next to it, and so on. And the smaller the value of h is, the more accurate is our approximation to the actual curve of our function f. As for fx, it is the value of the function f at the abscissa x, according to our approximation process, starting from the initial value of x. Let's see what this means from a geometrical perspective. So if we consider as a starting point that we know the value of a function f, fx1, at the abscissa x1, then the point a1 that has x1 and y1 which equals f of x1 as a coordinates is located. Now in order to locate the point a2 that has the abscissa x2 which equals x1 plus h and the ordinate y2, we set the ordinate y2 as equal to fx1 plus h times f prime of x1. Now as according to our method's principle, we can get the value fx1 plus h times f prime of x1 as close as we want from the exact value of our function f at the abscissa x2, which is f of x2. If the value of our step, h, is small enough, then the point a2 that has x2 and y2 as a coordinates can be located close enough from its exact location at the curve CF of the function f. So now that f of x2 is close enough from y2, we assume the point a2 that has x2 and y2 as a coordinates is located. Now in order to locate the point a3 that has the abscissa x3, which equals x2 plus h, and the ordinate y3, we set the ordinate y3 as equal to fx2 plus h times f prime of x2. And once again, as according to our method's principle, we can get the value fx2 plus h times f prime of x2 close enough from the exact value of our function f at the abscissa x3, which is f of x3. If the value of our step, h, is small enough, then the point a3 that has x3 and y3 as a coordinates can be located close enough from its exact location at the curve CF of the function f. So now that f of x3 is close enough from y3, we assume the point a3 that has x3 and y3 as a coordinates is located. As for the next point, which is a4, that has the abscissa x4, which equals x3 plus h, and the ordinate y4, we set the ordinate y4 as equal to fx3 plus h times f prime of x3. And once again, the point a4 can be located close enough from its actual position in the curve CF as the value of fx3 plus h times f prime of x3 can be close enough from the exact value of our function f at the abscissa x4, which is f of x4, for a small enough value of the step h. So we can assume the point a4 is located, and we can go on by repeating this process to locate more points that we link by line segments to get our approximate graphical representation to the curve CF of our function f. Now we will check out an example to apply this method. So if we consider a function f which is defined by the image of an initial abscissa which is 0 as f of 0 which equals 0, and by its derivative f prime of x which equals 2 times x, then if we apply Euler's method using a step of 0.5 to determine the values of fx on the interval 0 to 3, we will get to each of the 7 values of x by this step, the corresponding images by the function f. Now to explain it, we already have f of 0 which equals 0. Now as according to our method, f of 0.5 equals f of 0 plus 0.5 times f prime of 0, we find that the image of the abscissa 0.5 by the function f equals 0. After that, as f of 1 equals f of 0.5 plus 0.5 times f prime of 0.5, we find that the image of the abscissa 1 by the function f equals 0.5. Then, as f of 1.5 equals f of 1 plus 0.5 times f prime of 1, we find that the image of the abscissa 1.5 by the function f equals 1.5. After that, as f of 2 equals f of 1.5 plus 0.5 times f prime of 1.5, we find that the image of the abscissa 2 by the function f equals 3. Then, as f of 2.5 equals f of 2 plus 0.5 times f prime of 2, we find that the image of the abscissa 2.5 by the function f equals 5. And finally, as f of 3 equals f of 2.5 plus 0.5 times f prime of 2.5, we find that the image of the abscissa 3 by the function f equals 7.5. And if we mark the points that have these values of the abscissas x and their matching images by the function f as coordinates and link them by line segments, we get the appearing approximate graphical representation of our function f. As always, thank you for watching the video. Consider to give it a like and share it if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell for more of this content. And until the next one, have a great time.